Ooh. Okay, I'm taking this filter off. Welcome to a Halloween episode of Gen Z in the 80s, a show where I review movies that came out way before my parents even knew each other. This episode is one of 2 Halloween episodes I am doing this year, and what can get more Halloween and 80s than 1987's Monster Squad? Now, I'm quite aware that this isn't exactly a teens movie, but it isn't exactly a kids movie either. I mean, I'll get to that issue later. I gotta say though, this movie had me hyped. This is like the Halloween version of the Goonies. This is like Stranger Things before Stranger Things was even a thing. It is full of 80s cliches and 80s cheese, and I am here for it, so let's get started. The movie opens up with a Star Wars title crawl explaining that Van Helsing and his crew were about to rid the world of the forces of evil, and they blew it. No, it literally says that. Then we get our opening credits, which actually does a pretty good job at setting up the atmosphere of this movie without it being boring or whiplashing. We meet Dracula, who, by the way, is the best thing about this movie. And Van Helsing and his crew are unfortunately sucked into a black hole thing. We flash to present day, well, present at the time, to Sean, the brave leader of the squad, and Patrick, the one that doesn't really have development, getting scolded by their principal. They are in trouble because they were caught drawing pictures of monsters for their monster club during class. Oh no, the horror.
I think science is cool. I dig it, man.
How do you do, fellow kids?
He also says this.
Science is real. Monsters are not.
Why do I feel like this principal would have a coexist sticker on the back of his car? Then we cut to Horace, who, by the way, is the obvious fat kid trope because he is literally called Fat Kid throughout the entire movie and is seen eating. Marty McFly's uncle takes Horace's candy bar and smashes it, and then Horace is all like, "You're an a-hole." And then Marty McFly's uncle attacks him. But then Rudy, the tough older kid, saves Horace by making Marty McFly's uncle eat the smashed candy bar. Just for that, Rudy automatically became my favorite member of the squad. Later on, Sean and Patrick are arguing whether or not the Wolfman can drive a car or not, and we meet Phoebe, the annoying younger sibling that every protagonist in the 80s has. They come across the creepy house on the street, and Phoebe is all like,
"Creepy German guy lives there and he's spying on us."
and yes, this character is literally called Creepy German Guy. It's even in the credits. Horace then runs up to them and he's all like, "Rudy totally saved my life and we need to ask him to join our monster club." And then all 3 of them are all like, "We need to give him a monster test." Meanwhile, in some random airplane, we get the reveal of Dracula, even though he was already revealed earlier, but whatever. I can't lie. This scene is awesome. So the pilot and Dracula get into a fight, and then the pilot opens up the door, but then Dracula just floats there because, vampire. Then he turns into a bat and he escapes because, vampire. Back to the squad, they are giving Rudy a monster test, but Rudy, being older than them, junior high to be exact, creepily spies on Patrick's older sister. But then Sean is all like, "Come on, Rudy, this test is important." As they are given the test, they are interrupted by Phoebe, who is all like,
"Mom says you have to let me in the club."
Anyway, they ask Rudy how to kill a werewolf, and he responds with silver bullet, but then they try to tell him he's wrong, and they list off ways to kill a werewolf with some not so subtle foreshadowing.
Falling out a window onto a bomb.
Sean's mom gives him a diary that she found at a garage sale, and it turns out this is Van Helsing's diary. But Sean is disappointed to see that it's written in German. We don't know a character that coincidentally also knows German, right? Then Dracula is seen dramatically looking over the city skyline, and he says this.
Let it begin.
That moment is awesome! This version of Dracula is unapologetically campy and evil at the same time. You can tell this guy playing him is having an absolute blast, and I am here for it, even if he's dressed like he walked out of Party City, but still. Anyway, we then see what Sean's home life is like. His parents are having problems. Wow, haven't seen that dilemma in a movie before. Will his parents mend their relationship by the end of the movie? The suspense is killing me! Sean's dad is called down to work because there was a supposed robbery at the museum of a 2,000-year-old mummy. Sean's mom is really upset by this because he is yet again putting work over her. Wow, haven't seen that in a movie ever! Meanwhile, at the police station, there is a guy there freaking out and demanding that they lock him up because he is a werewolf and it is a full moon. The guy then fights the cops. They don't lock him up though. They shoot him and put him in a van. The guy then transforms into a werewolf and attacks the van driver. Then, Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy, and the creature of the Black Lagoon wake up Frankenstein's monster and form their monster boy band. I'm kidding, there's no boy bands in this movie. And I'm just gonna point out, the Mummy and the creature of the Black Lagoon don't really do much in this movie. They're just there to be put on the poster. So it says on their wall that a man has called the house asking about the diary. Sean figures out by rearranging a couple letters that Dracula is around. Then Eugene, whose only personality trait is him being the young little one, finds the mummy in his closet. Okay, don't get me wrong, the scene was entertaining, but it's pointless, so skip. So Sean calls a meeting pretty late at night. Are these kids' parents, like, not wondering where their kids are? Anyway, they figure out that the monsters are in town killing people and they need to stop them. Then they formally form the Monster Squad. Meanwhile, Frankenstein's monster wakes up and then Dracula demands that he finds Van Helsing's diary, and if the squad refuses to give it to him, then he shall kill them. The squad then takes Van Helsing's diary to have creepy German guy translate it for them. Turns out the creepy character that everybody thought was creepy isn't actually creepy after all. So according to the diary, there's an indestructible amulet that balances the forces of good and evil, and that is destructible once every 100 years when the balances meet or something. I don't know, the whole thing's kind of confusing, but the point is, the Monster Squad has to find it before the monsters do and send the monsters into limbo. They figure out that coincidentally, it's 100 years to the date the next day. The kids then tell creepy German guy that he knows a lot about monsters, and creepy German guy agrees. Oh, is he like a monster hunter back in the day or Oh. Moving on. So the boys figure out that they need to find a vegetarian younger audience. Wait, isn't this movie geared toward a younger audience? So why are they talking about vegetarians? Who is this movie even for? It stars young kids, so it should be geared toward a younger audience. But it's rated PG-13. What? Anyway, they need a vegetarian to read the spell to open up the portal to Limbo. You're probably thinking, oh, the boys are like 10, they could easily find one. No, they insist on finding a female vegetarian, even though the diary never specified what the gender is. Why are they making this so hard for themselves? Anyway, the boys get to Sean's house and they come across Frankenstein's monster, but plot twist, he wants to be one of the good guys. Him and Phoebe even form a friendship. And if you don't think this isn't one of the cutest friendships ever, then you are lying through your teeth. They invite him into their treehouse, but he accidentally takes a picture of Patrick's sister changing.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
Also, the fact that the camera is already pointed in that direction is pretty wrong and uncomfortable. And the whole creeping on Patrick's sister storyline actually gets worse. Later on, Dracula and the Wolfman... Wait. Was it a full moon 2 days in a row or something? Anyway, they come across the amulet, but they can't get to it for some reason, even though it's right in front of them. Whatever, it's montage time! So after that montage, the Wolfman, now in human form, calls the police station.
Hurry, get all your men and send them down to 666 Shannonbrook Road.
The address is 666. That's subtle. So then... I'ma say it right now. If the transformation scene in Teen Wolf traumatized me, then I can only imagine what this scene would have done to me if I watched it when I was little. So Patrick and Rudy invite Patrick's sister up into the treehouse because they still need a vegetarian, and they ask her if she is one, and she gets angry for obvious reasons. But then Rudy decides to blackmail Patrick's sister with the picture that Frankenstein's monster took earlier. Alright, so I'm assuming she's not 18, so she wouldn't be able to press charges, but I feel like if her parents got involved, they could press some serious charges over this. But instead of pressing charges, she agrees to read the spell for them. The others go inside of the house and Dracula figures out that they're inside. So what does he decide to do? Make the roof collapse, of course. It then supposedly kills Frankenstein's monster. Wow, he's really dead with no chance of coming back at all? Aww. They are then attacked by the Wolfman, and we get the most famous line from this movie.
Wolfman's got gnarly.
They run throughout the house, but then they run into the brides of Dracula, so they turn around and run the other way. But then Dracula is in that direction, and they can't go the other way either because the Wolfman is in that direction. How will our monster squad get out of this one? They pull a secret lever and go through the floor, of course. Turns out going through the floor has actually helped them because they come across the amulet. But just when they think they have it, Dracula finds them. Horace realizes he has a piece of pizza in his jacket because, of course, the fat kid has food on him. And he shoves it in Dracula's face because it also so happens to have garlic on it. Everybody, including creepy German guy, meets up and they agree to meet up at the church. As they are driving, they get into a confrontation with the mummy. Oh yeah, I forgot he was in this. But then Rudy takes him out, so it's all good.
See you later, Band-Aid breath.
Ooh, you got him there, Rudy. Dracula comes to Sean's house and blows up their treehouse with a grenade? What? Dracula has grenades? Sean's dad puts Dracula on gunpoint, but like, he's Dracula. Dracula then blows up the police car with Sean's dad's partner inside. Now they're killing people in this movie? Dracula threatens Sean and he turns into a bat, and now Sean's parents are really realizing what they just got themselves into. The squad gets to the church, but oh no! The door's locked! They're then attacked by the brides. Can you guys speed it up? Come on. But then Rudy takes them out because there was so much tension there. But the weird thing is he only took out 2 of them. So I guess the third one just evaporated or something? I don't know. The rest of them spot Dracula in bat form. Why did he just roll like that? The bat was 12 feet away. Sean and his dad then put a grenade in the Wolfman's pants and he explodes. But it turns out that a silver bullet is truly the only thing that can kill a werewolf, even if they're torn limb to limb. Patrick's sister finishes the spell, but it doesn't work because, plot twist, she isn't actually a vegetarian. What are they gonna do? Because they surely don't know any other vegetarians that are around them. So they settle for Phoebe. So Rudy finds a silver bullet and takes out the Wolfman. I swear, this kid's just taking out everyone. The creature at the Black Lagoon, oh yeah, I forgot he was in this thing too, comes out from the ground. He approaches Horace, and Horace is all like, "Hey, let me in!" And the bullies from earlier are all like, "No, we're cowards." So Horace is like, okay, screw this, and shoots him. And then we get one of my favorite moments.
Fat kid, good job.
My name is Horace.
Yeah, you tell him! So Dracula picks up Phoebe and he's all like, "Give me the amulet, you female dog." Younger audience. Frankenstein's monster punches Dracula, launching him through the air and impaling him. Phoebe finishes the spell and the portal to Limbo opens. Turns out the thing that impaled Dracula wasn't wooden, so he attacks Sean, but then Sean impales Dracula with a wooden stake and Van Helsing literally gives him a thumbs up. Wait, if this portal's sucking up all the monsters then... No. Oh my god, she even threw him a teddy bear! Oh my god! But then the freaking military shows up and we get our final line.
We're the Monster Squad.
And that was Monster Squad, and as you can tell, this movie is pretty awesome. You know, other than the whole storyline involving Patrick's sister, Rudy being a creep, the vegetarian plot hole, the fact that this is the most adult kids movie ever made, so it's unclear who it's geared towards. But other than all that, it's pretty sick. With its issues aside, it's actually a very fun movie, and if you enjoy Goonies types movies, then you would definitely enjoy this one. So on my ranking list of movies that I reviewed so far, I'm going to have to rank this below Can't Buy Me Love, but above Teen Witch. As of now, Monster Squad is not available on any streaming services, so if you want to acquire it, you'll have to either buy it or use not so legal measures. Now remember, Wolfman's got nards, and don't spy on anybody when they're changing clothes.